Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Regina Sunshine, coming to you from what is always a beautiful day for me here in Douglasville, Georgia, with the Regina Sunshine Show here every Monday from 12 o'clock till about 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you my version of midday motivation, helping you get a Regina Sunshine state of mind. We are a few minutes behind. I know a couple of you have been waiting for me to get on because I said I had a big announcement to make today. But we're going to make some other announcements first. First of all, we have two amazing guests live in studio. One returning guest, Dr. Renee Sunday, is here to talk about some great things that she's a part of here in the community. And Miss All My Food Tastes Good, Kimberly Slaughter is in the building with Kim's a la carte. So I'm so excited because from what I understand, Kimberly has bought some food for me and Christine, and we are so excited. I think Christine's actually producing the show, my station manager, Christine Gardner, but I think we're going to let her slide on the couch beside Kimberly when we do this live tasting on air, but it's going to be a great show. I wanted to start off with a couple of announcements. I see somebody. You see, my phone distracts me when it's over here because I'm looking down and I see all these dings happening, but I will try not to look at them. Let's see. Yes. You turn it over. That's okay. She said turn it over. I still know it's there, Christine. For those who don't know, this Saturday, February the 9th, Michelle English and I have partnered with the Apex Museum to bring a different type of Black History program, event, show, whatever you want to call it. And it's this Saturday, again, February the 9th, from 6 to 10. And it is the history of hip-hop, presented by Professor Griff from Public Enemy. And you guys have been following my show for a while. You know, Griff and I have done a couple things together. He's like family. And when Michelle and I were looking to do something different, and I thought about this particular workshop that he has done before with him and Terminator X, and I was like, wow, I think this would be something that we could bring that kind of would bridge the gap over the generations, you know, from the young ones to the old heads, kind of create that commonality, that space where we can have common conversations. And so we're doing that. Now, Professor Griff by himself is enough for you guys to show up. But when I tell you I have some of the people I love most in the world performing to open up the show, I'm just so excited. One of the things that I do have is a great network of independent artist friends, because I am such a lover of independent artists and spoken word artists, and I support their efforts, that whenever I do have events, they always show up for me. So I got to tell you, first of all, we have from Street Capital Records, New Money Quez. You've seen Quez here on my show before. You've seen him perform on Team Bride Tribe show as well. He's a new hip-hop artist, actually from here in Douglasville, but he is going to be opening up the show. He's got a new, I guess, a campaign against bullying, and it's called Stand Up for Something, and that's the song he's going to open the show with. So I'm so excited for that. Another guest of ours, he's doing some rebranding. I will mention his old name. When he was on my show previously, he was under the name Marcus Marquise. He's rebranding under the name Trillionaire, R&B singer. When he was here last, he took us there. That's all I'm going to just tell you guys. Look for my old real R&B, that real love, not just talking about what we gonna do in the bedroom, but how I'm gonna love you for life type of music. And he's fine too. I had to say that. So he is gonna be next in our lineup. Then we have, a lot of you guys know Damian Leaks, Nene Leaks' stepson from Real Housewives of Atlanta, but he is an artist, a hip hop artist as well. Great friend of mine from my Instinct Radio days, and he is next on the roster. Let me say this, every one of these guys that are performing reached out to me and said they wanted to be a part of this. And so when you got people who love you like that and who say, you know what, we just want to support your efforts and come out and make the people feel good, you got to appreciate that. So next we have Mr. Divine Rhymes, Mr. My Black Queen himself. That's the favorite piece he does. for me. And he's actually going to be performing that live with Thurston Lokes on guitar. It's going to be so nice. And then HBO deaf poet, all around spoken word legend Red Storm is going to light up the stage. Again, one of my brothers that when I made the post about the event, he sent me a question like, why am I not on this program? And I was like, Storm, you want to perform? He was like, yes. So shout out to Red Storm for supporting. And then Mr. Smells Like Liquid Heaven, make you want to fall out himself, King Malachi, is going to be in the building. That's what I told him the first time I met him. He smelled like liquid heaven. And his response was, every man should have his own distinct scent that when you walk by, women know it's you. And he for sure has that. So I'm so excited that these 6 brothers have joined forces with me and Michelle to make this event special. And it's going to be special. Now, we got great entertainment. We got great knowledge coming from Professor Griff. Oh, I forgot to mention Professor Griff is being accompanied by my DJs all of my events, DJ Agony, formerly of the DTTO show. Y'all know DJ Agony. I always say my DJ is better than yours because he is. So he's going to be accompanying Professor Griff. It's a live interactive presentation that they do with the history of hip hop. And then you're going to be full and feeling good while you're watching all of this because Kim's a la carte is going to be in the building serving up a host of delicious items, including vegan items, because if you don't know, Professor Griff is vegan, and one of the things he said was, sis, please make sure I can eat, because he goes to so many events, so folk don't know he's a vegan, and he gets there and he can't eat. So all I did was call Kim, and she was like, oh, I got you. So I'm so excited that she's going to be in the building with us, and you can look her up. Kim's a la carte. Let me just stop because she's in the building. I'm just going to stop. We're going to talk about her when she comes on later. But she is going to be serving us up real good at the History of Hip Hop event. If you want to get tickets for that event, go to Eventbrite and just search History of Hip Hop. And you should be able to find it. All right. Now, I know I'm way behind, but it's going to work out in our favor. I got to mention the Awesome Girl Project. We are doing the Awesome Girl Book Project in recognition of 5 years of the Awesome Girl Awards. I'm so excited. This year we're doing a girl award show, from a girl MC to a girl DJ. The entire event will be girls. And I'm just excited to see what's going to take place. But outside of that, we are launching the Awesome Girl book. And I'm giving girls ages 5 to 17 the opportunity to be co-authors in this book. And it's going to be an opportunity for them to talk about why they believe they're an awesome girl, to talk about their dreams and their hopes and their passions and the things that they love to do and their hobbies and all these things, in hopes of inspiring another little girl who's reading the book, who's going to find somebody who sounds just like her and looks just like her. And she will know she is an awesome girl as well. So we are still taking girls. I think we got about 15 girls committed, plus a church. I said this before. I have a church that contacted me that wants to put all their girls in the book. So then we may split it off and do 2 separate books. But you can contact me at reginasunshine.robinson@gmail.com. That's Regina Sunshine Robinson at gmail.com. All right. And so our RSGN lineup for today, of course, I'm kicking the day off today. Normally it would be our 10 o'clock show with Miss Barbara Baylor with Sunflowers in Motion Live line dance and health awareness show. But she has moved to 5 o'clock, everybody. So every first and third Monday from 5 to 6, you will find Miss Barbara here with her live line dance show. If you want to come by the studio and get you a great low impact workout, learn all those line dances you need to know for the next wedding, Kimberly, okay, chill, for the next wedding, and all the line dances you need to know for the next cruise you go on, because you know they do every line dance in the world, come be a part of Miss Barbara's class. We're at 4040 Chapel Hill Road, Suite T in Douglasville, Georgia, and we would love to have you come and join us. We have such a good time on the live line dance show. Then at 7 o'clock, we have Team Bride Tribe. We got another excited bride coming through tonight with her tribe to see how well her tribe knows her. And I just want to go ahead and tell y'all, after today, we have 3 back-to-back shows of head-to-head brides, bride against bride. We got two brides, two tribes. It's going to be pretty exciting up in here for those next 3 weeks. All right. And then at 9 o'clock, we have The Curve, which is a live roundtable women's discussion show from a curvy woman's perspective. All right. So those are the announcements other than the big announcement. So here we go. On January the 10th of this year, I got an email from Representative Valencia Stovall in House District 74, letting me know that she has co-authored she has authored a resolution in my honor, co-authored by Representative Mike Glanton and also Representative Kimberly Alexander and others. I don't even know who the others are. I wasn't aware of the others until recently. So on February the 20th, I will be at the state capitol receiving this resolution in front of the entire House of Representatives and whoever is present in the gallery and whoever is watching on their media, because, you know, they have full media there in the back. And I'm excited and I'm so honored and thankful for people like Representative Alexander and Representative Stovall and Representative Glanton, who have all partnered with me and helped me with projects like the Awesome Girls and the Young Bosses and all the things that I hold dear to my heart. They have stepped in and they have served me and the people that I serve in such a major way that it almost seems backwards that they're honoring me. But I'm thankful, and I'm just going to say thank you for the opportunity to be in those spaces, because I recognize the doors that God is opening in my favor. And my mama is so excited. And for those who've always wanted to meet my mama, because I tell everybody she's the original sunshine, and if she's in the room with you, you're going to know, because she's going to hug and kiss everybody that comes through the door. You'll get to meet her at the Capitol that day, and I'm so excited. I'm sure the two of us will cry. I will try to put extra glue on my lashes that day so I won't be in all these official pictures looking a hot mess, Christine. But I already know me, I'm a crybaby. So I'm going to go ahead and just prepare myself ahead of time to my makeup artist. You really got to do this right so I don't look crazy. But I'm so thankful, and I'm inviting all of you to join us at the Capitol February the 20th, 9 o'clock a.m. We are working on some other things while we're there that day, and I'll get those to you later. But yes, there it is. I have to say this. Whenever I first got the email, there were a couple of things that ran through my mind. And it's so interesting that not long after that, sitting in church, my pastor addressed every one of my concerns about this day. One of the first things I was concerned about was, you know, we continue to feel not worthy at times. Not that we have low self-image, whatever, but we think of all the other people that we know that are doing great work and that are, you know, behind the scenes, and maybe they don't get the recognition that you think they should. And that was the first thing that came to my mind. But Lord, what about so-and-so? And what about so-and-so? And what about so-and-so? And that Sunday after I got the email, my pastor said from the pulpit, he says, God is raising you up so that you can do greater work in the kingdom. And it's not about you being raised up above or beyond someone else. It's just your time. And I received that. And I understand that there are people around me who have been in the trenches with me, have been working hard, and it's their time, because the ripple effect from my life to theirs is major, because everything and everybody attached to me wins. And so I know this is not about me. This is about everybody around me that has been working hard and serving and giving and loving and holding me up when I was having a hard time holding myself up. They will now get the opportunity to be recognized and be seen and heard and have the things that they love and the projects they're a part of be elevated. So I'm thankful. And normally I go to every break mentioning what I'm thankful for. So I'm going to stop here and say I'm thankful today that I have a God that loves me in spite of me, and who protects me, and who gives me favor and resources and provisions to do those things that he's purposed in my heart to do. And that I don't have to worry about what's happening to my left or to my right. All I have to do is look ahead and follow him. I'm thankful. So we're going to take a quick break. When I come back, I'll mention my sponsors, but I need to stop now, get myself together. You're live on the Regina Sunshine Show, here with Regina Sunshine at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you are back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I do want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor for today's show, Lanita Mitchell-Blackwell with Leading Through Living Community and Bold Favor Media Group. You can go to leadingthroughliving.com and see everything there, from publishing to helping you get your own show started to business coaching. All of those things under the heading of Leading Through Living, as well as the Emerging Leaders Institute. That's a course that if you haven't taken it, you need to take it. I took it 2 years ago. I had just about everybody on my team take it this past year. But definitely go to Leading Through Living and check them out. I always say, people say they believe you, but you know they do when they show up and they write you a check and they put their money behind you. And Lanita Mitchell-Blackwell has always done that for me. All right. So I'm so excited for you guys to meet my first guest of the day. I've said her name so many times on this show. It seems weird that she hasn't been here, right, Christine? But welcome to the show, Kimberly Slaughter. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm excited. Thank you.
Well, you know, you came bearing gifts.
I did. I brought some vegan food that I've been making, some vegan burger sliders, actually, that I
have. Yes. Well, I like to start off the show mentioning how I met someone. And the very first time I remember meeting you, because we probably have been in some of the same spaces before, was at Tinsley Bradford's Settle Free Mixer.
Yes.
And I had the Bang Bang Shrimp that I talk about everywhere.
That's the most popular. It doesn't matter if it's breakfast that I'm making. People are like, oh, yeah, make breakfast. And that Bang Bang Shrimp.
Yes.
We have Bang Bang Shrimp, no matter what it is, no matter what the theme. It may not match or mesh, but slide it in there somehow.
Absolutely. And when you have it, you'll understand why. But everything that you served that day was amazing. And I immediately I put you on my list of people that I knew I had to have in my circle with all the things that I knew were coming forward. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And do this for our audience. Tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Kimberly Slaughter with Kim's A La Carte. I'm from California originally. I moved out here June of 2012. I started cooking as like a hobby and would cook for work and different functions. And my friends and family were always like, when are you going to open a restaurant? When are you going to open a cafe? And I'm like, you know how you kind of blow it off because it's friends and family. And then I got with my soon-to-be husband, Kelvin, And one day he was like, I always cook for him, and he's like, send me some pictures of some of the stuff that you make. And I'm like, okay. And about 20 minutes later, he had this flyer and was like, Kim's a la carte, and place your orders. And people were like, oh, I want to order that. And I'm like, hold on, I don't even have a menu set up. I don't have my prices. Like, wait a minute. He just threw me out there and was like, swim back, you know. And from then, it's just been booming. And, you know, I always had a fear. I've always wanted to do it, but I was afraid of having, it's different having people that you don't know critique your food compared to friends and family. So I was like, what if I fail? You know, what if my food's not as good as I think it is? I would have never have thought. And it's been a little over a year. I've had so many catering events. My first major catering event was for his event, the Educators Award. And we had guests like Maria Boykin and Will Gordine. I grew up listening to him. So to be able to cook for him was like an honor. And all these people just loved it. And then I did the ATL Actors Awards. Yeah. I did Tinsley's Saddle Free Mixers, a couple of them. I catered for you, the Curvy and Confident.
Yes, you did.
I was so pleased, you know, because you did reach out to me at Tinsley's event, and you ended up using me. And we have more things that we have coming this year. I'm very excited. So for me, it's such a blessing when I have repeat customers. It's always a blessing for all of my customers, new and repeat. But when you have a repeat customer, that really lets you know that you're doing something right. When you have people that continue to want to do business with you. So it's just been a blessing. I love doing it. I have fun mixing the different flavors. I also do gourmet strawberries. I do what I call gifted boxes. They're personalized. So whatever your favorite color is, if you like candy, if you're a music artist, I'll do music themed stuff, and it's geared towards you. So I don't make them until you tell me about that person. And then I make it all about that person. And I'll usually have, treats, strawberries, little things that have to do with them, whatever they like. Outside of my catering, I do lunches, I do meal prepping. I just did some gifted boxes for Angie Stone and Calvin Richardson. Again, people I grew up listening to, so it was such an honor to be able to present that to them. And Calvin Richardson, at the end of the show, he said that berries didn't even make it. He was like, they were just excellent, and we tore them up right away. And I'm like, yes, winning. Like, it's such an honor. And just everyone that I've met has been so pleasant, and just the feedback has been wonderful. And even if they feel that there isn't anything that they feel I need to know about it, whether it's additional spices, whatever, everyone has been so pleasant and just wonderful, and is constantly reaching out to me. And then to throw it out there, if you want more of my food outside of doing this on this Saturday, I'm very excited to do this for Professor Grith and for you guys. Also on April 7th on Sunday, I'm cooking again or catering for VIP ticket holders and the honorees and presenters for the 3rd annual ATL Actors Awards. Red carpet is at 6 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. So you have between 6 and 8 to get some food and have some of my stuff and more catering. So it's so much stuff going on this year. I'm so excited, and I'm truly, truly blessed.
Well, you know, I've been saying that 2019 is the year of divine connections, where these connections are going to take us to places that we didn't imagine going. And it's good to have people in your life like your fiance.
Yes.
That, you know, I'm a person that throws folk out there. Now, that's what I do. I throw.
He did. Hey. He was like, here you go. Now do something with it.
I love it. I love it because, you know, so often we can see in others what they can't see in themselves. And sometimes it just takes that push to go and do it.
That's what he said.
You know, because if they put you in a space where you got to sink or swim, then you're going to swim, baby, because it's what you were put here to do. It's something different if you're trying to do something that's not inside of you, that's not a part of your purpose, but when it's in you, and we know it's in you, then we just got to give you a space for you to shine.
Yes, and right after he did that, I have to give a shout out to Kathleen P. Martin. She actually gave me my very first interview. She said that she believed in me, she saw something, she knew that it would turn into something great, and she gave me my very first interview. So thank you, Kathleen. It was wonderful.
Well, honey, so much more is coming. So much more is coming. Well, you talked about coming out here to Atlanta, and now you find yourself in this space where you're beginning to live a new dream. Yes. Let's talk about life prior to that. What has it been like to make that transition from traditional corporate, you know, everyday work life to now being an entrepreneur?
It's still surreal. Like, it's still, sometimes I'm just like, wow, is this happening? Like, because you have the security. A lot of people stay with their jobs as long as they do, just because it's what you know, and it's the security. So, you get up, you know what you're doing every day, you know how much your paycheck is going to be, every week. So, when you're an entrepreneur, it's the unknown. Like, one minute you could be booming and have sales up the Watsa, and then the next minute it could be really slow. Or, you can meet a bunch of, celebrities, people that you've always dreamt of meeting. I had a road trip with Tabitha Duncan. She was sitting in my car singing to my strawberries, like stuff that you would never think of. And I wouldn't have the opportunity if I wasn't an entrepreneur. So it's a surreal experience. Again, I feel truly blessed. I'm having fun with it. And I just would have never, it is definitely a different shock. If I can say, like how people say it's a culture shock, like it's a lifestyle shock. Like I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to interviews. Luckily my fiance is, prone to interviews and a lot of things. So I learn a lot from him too. And just with him being an entrepreneur and being able to tie our businesses in together is like awesome.
Yes.
Like to be able to, I've always seen power couples, and it's so awesome to be able to be with someone where we could do these things together and our businesses work well together and they intertwine together, but he still separates his from mine. So like if we go somewhere and they try to talk to him, hey, what about that ATL? Oh, but hey, what about that Kim's a la carte food?
Yes.
He brings it back to me and keeps that shine on me, as an entrepreneur. So I love it, and I can't wait. I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. I cannot wait until my business gets to where I want it to be. My end goal is I really would love to do a food truck and just maybe venture into like a small cafe or something. I have some ideas for a cafe type happy hour type thing for my berries that I haven't seen anyone with it. So I have a lot of ideas brewing inside me, but it would start with doing a food truck. So I'm very excited, and I cater to corporate events, for lunches, personal events, home. I mean, basically anything you would want someone to bring food to you for that's
You're
me.
there.
Yes.
Well, I was going to ask you how it feels to have someone that supports your dream the way he does.
It's amazing.
And it's funny, it's all over you, the love. It's coming out of your pores. But on the entrepreneur side, to have someone that is an entrepreneur to assist you, what are some of the things you've learned from him on the entrepreneur side of things?
Promoting. That's the main thing. Like, I did not know that the hashtags were what people could look up. And I used to always look like, he's got like 50 hashtags. Like, what's up with all these hashtags? And then he was like, when people hashtag something, they bring that up. So I went from just saying whatever to I have like maybe 15, like with my strawberries, gift boxes, strawberries, chocolate, anything I can think of. So I've learned, and I'll see when you start to hashtag how many people follow those hashtags. So hashtagging has been a big thing in promoting for me. Also, just being mindful with being a business person. I'm still myself, but be mindful of what you post, what you put out there. Keeping your personal life separate from your business life, because everybody is watching. If I haven't learned one thing with being in a relationship with him, because he knows oodles and oodles of people, and I've met so many people through him, is people are constantly watching, even when you think they're not. He's had people inbox him, and I've had people, we went to places and people come up and introduce themselves like, oh yeah, I'm Kimberly, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. And they're like, I've been watching you. And even though they don't comment and say anything, they're watching you. So that's another thing too, as an entrepreneur. I have to learn, still be true to me, be myself, but also just be mindful to try to keep my personal life kind of separate, from that, and just what you put, because you never know, that person could be your business partner or someone that you're doing potential business with. So definitely promoting has been like the number one. Like, he gives me props all the time, like, oh, look at you, you get so much better. And so promoting and just pushing it, and then just confidence in myself. Like, he's very confident in what he does. He's very confident. And, sometimes when I might have reservations about things, and I'm like, I don't know, babe, like, what do you think? And he'll be like, that flavor is so good. Like, I don't even know. I already know it's going to be good, So it's a confident boost for me, being with someone who has taught me so much.
That's good. We know that part about everybody watching is so real. I tell people all the time, I'm a very public, private person. I post in a way that it looks like I'm sharing my life with you, but you really haven't learned anything.
Right.
There's an art to that. Because I've been places and people have rolled up on me that I didn't know, and they're like, hey, and they feel like they know you, but you don't know them. And so, yeah, it's that transition from private life to public life is something special. So let me ask you that: how does it feel moving from that? You just used to be Kim,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're Kim's a la carte, and you know what I'm saying? What is that? What has that been like for you to go from having, I guess, a probably pretty private life in persona to now you're thrust into the spotlight?
It's weird. Like I said, I'm still getting used to it. We were laughing about it. Actually, it was a video at the ATL Actors Awards last year, and I'm just in the background while they're doing an interview and talking and making faces, not realizing that the camera was on me. So it's different because you still have to be like mindful of your surroundings. Too, not just the promoting, but your surroundings. Like the camera might be on you. Try to be mindful of how you dress, and so it's a lot of stuff that you have to think about, just to make sure that, you're not looking crazy or, doing crazy things. But it's also good too. Like my daughter is now an entrepreneur. She still has a job as well, but she opened a photography business.
Awesome.
And, she tells me a lot of times that I'm her inspiration, and just watching me do mine, is giving her confidence to do things. So that's another thing too. It's not just people outside, it's your kids and your family. Like everybody is watching. So to transition into a full entrepreneur and feeling like I'm an inspiration to people when I'm a new entrepreneur myself, I would have to say is very humbling for me. And it's been times where we've been places and people know me. They're like, I know you. And like we went to a function. Unfortunately, someone had passed that Kelvin knows, and a lot of people. And we went to the function, and this lady was like, I know you from somewhere, and kept naming these movies. Like she thought I was an actress or something. And I'm like, no. And then she's like, the berry lady, the strawberry lady. So I'm like, I'm known as this berry lady. So I mean, it's nice that people know me, and they treat me like I'm a celebrity, and they think I'm a celebrity. But they call me the celebrity chef because of people I've catered to who are celebrities. So it's crazy, but it's so humbling and just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Like I'm loving every moment, and I'm just embracing every moment, and I just look forward to so much more that's coming. Like for me to be a new entrepreneur and a new caterer, I've done so much that a lot of people haven't even done yet who've been doing it for years. So
I would never, before I guess talking to you, have known that it's something fairly new
yeah.
for you, because you come in and you're so professional and
Thank
so
you.
together, and you
Thank
put
you.
such time and care into what you do.
Thank
The
you.
level of excellence makes you think it's someone that's
Thank
been
you.
doing it for a long time. You mentioned your daughter, and
Yes.
I want to do
Imani. Shout out Imani, love you.
Hi, Imani.
And I have two boys too, but they're younger, so she's the only one right now who's old enough to do her own.
Well, that's a blessing, because one of the things I often talk about is that what's going to be the difference for our community and for our families is then we begin to own our own businesses, and we begin to shift the mindset of our children from go to school, get a job, work for somebody for 40 years to, yes, you can
Working
still
for
go to
yourself.
school if it's something you want to do, something you have a passion for, but you can start a business, and you can own your own life, own your time. As well, and it makes a difference. So to begin to see that generational change has to be something that you're proud of.
I'm very proud. She's actually doing really. She has repeat customers. Like she's doing really, really well. Her page is Imani Marie Photography. She's on Instagram and on Facebook, and her pictures are just phenomenal. I mean, she's such a talented young lady, and I'm truly, truly blessed to have such a wonderful daughter as her.
You might have to call her
Yeah,
and get her in the circle.
She's in Sacramento, but she always
she's
said
okay.
she would be. I mean, if the pay is right and people want her, I mean, she would be willing to travel. I mean, her pictures are just something you would see in a magazine, like just beautiful, beautiful.
That's awesome. Well, you talked about some of your dreams for the future, the food truck, possibly the cafe. Let's talk about legacy. When you think about what you want your life to have meant, what people will say about Kimberly, in generations to come. What is that legacy you hope to leave behind?
That I was true to myself, and I followed my dreams, and I love life, and I pushed. That I didn't give. I went for what I wanted. I went for my dreams. That's what I would love. If I weren't here tomorrow and people had to say things about me, I would just want them to say she lived life and she did what she loved, and she was good at doing what she loved.
That's absolutely true. Well, you know, we're gonna have to pause to eat these. I know, Christine, you put your phone down. Come on over here. So
Yes.
Kimberly has, you know, I got so caught up in the conversation, which is what I do when I'm interviewing people, that I forgot we got to do some taste testing.
Yes.
Like, you ready, Christine?
I am ready.
So our producer is coming to join us. Thank you, thank you. And
So these are all vegan.
all right.
the
So we're gonna
meat
let
is
you tell the
vegan.
audience what you brought for us.
So today I brought 2 of my sliders. One is called the California Burger. It's all vegan, and it has tomato and avocado and a special sauce. And then the other one is my version of a caramelized onion and mushroom Swiss cheeseburger. And they're all vegan. Everything is vegan.
All right. So we have one of each, or
Yes, one of
okay.
each.
All right. So
And then when
who
you're done, I
went
brought
first?
some juice. I brought 2 flavors of my juice.
Well,
'cause
go
I
ahead,
do
break your
juice.
juice out too.
That's another
on
thing.
it.
I don't know if I
Okay.
mentioned it because I have so much, but I also do juicing. I sell juicing plans, detoxing plans.
I'm sorry, Reverend Sunday, Dr. Sunday, we're eating without you. I'm just, I feel bad.
So my flavors here are my energy boost and my sweet potato pie for my juices.
Oh,
Oh, this is good. My son will love you. This is really good.
oh.
Are the chips vegan too?
All right. So this
No, the
is
chips are not.
Oh.
this is
Those are regular potato chips.
okay, so the
I'm
other one.
sorry. So the burgers are vegan, but the chips are regular kettle chips.
All right. So I have, which one am I eating right now?
That one is the California Burger.
Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Okay, I need to pause because we need to taste the other one because I want to keep eating it. One more.
I'm gonna save one for our other person, Michelle, so she can taste it.
She should have been here.
You know, I'm not gonna be like that.
We love you, Michelle. You gotta taste the other one. I'm sorry. Oh, you want to break? We want to share this one so you can save it for Michelle. You're so nice.
I know.
All right.
Just
All right.
break
I'm gonna just break it. It's so soft.
It
Everything's
is.
so. All right. We're gonna reach over you, Kimberly.
Oh, no worries.
All right. So now tell us. So we had the California 1st. And so what are we having now again?
Now that one is the caramelized. I call it my drunken mushroom one because it's sautéed in beer. And that's caramelized onions and mushrooms with a special sauce.
Oh my God, this is so good.
Thank you.
Maybe we should do sliders for that event we had.
You know what?
announced.
Honestly, I was gonna see. I wanted you to
I-
see because
I'm
I was thinking of doing
thinking-
sliders. So you're thinking sliders? I was thinking
Oh
sliders.
yes, I'm thinking that we, because I hadn't run it by her yet, so I can't say it live on air. But yes, absolutely. Oh my God. So if somebody, because I know you do lunches and stuff, so if somebody wants to get the sliders for lunch, or how do they get in contact with you to get it?
You can contact me via email at kimsalacarte@gmail.com. Also, I have a couple Facebook pages. I have my page under Kimberly Slaughter, and then when you go there, the link to my business page, which is also under Kim's a la carte, is there. You can also find me on Instagram at Kims_A_LA. As soon as you put all that in, it'll pop up under Kim's a la carte.
Awesome. I wanted her to remind the audience what we're tasting before
I
we
was gonna ask that as I tasted it.
So
All
this
right.
is the energy boost.
energy boost.
Yes.
I can taste what? Cucumbers?
And celery.
Celery? Okay, celery. That's
It's
good.
celery, kale. It has spinach in it. Pineapple.
Energy boost. I need that in my
Broccoli.
life.
Believe it or not,
I
it
need
has
it in my
broccoli
life.
in there.
For real.
And then that's a sweet potato pie.
Now, I have,
Or sweet apple pie,
I
sorry.
was going to say, okay. I'm just going to pause. Oh, yeah.
And that's made with sweet potatoes, apples, carrots.
Goodness.
I have a juicer that I have in my closet. I've had it for 2 years. I've never opened it.
Yes, and I do have juicing plans and the price list. So if you're interested, you can email me at kimsalacarte@gmail.com, and I can send you all of my juicing information.
I need some more energy boost.
Absolutely.
Please.
I brought plenty. And see, this right here is why I do what I do. Like, this is not take the money and what you make out of it. Like, I love doing this for this. When I see you know, people's expression, because sometimes I can be on my feet for 12, 14, 16 hours a day, 20 hours if you take the, you know, coming and setting up and breaking it down and cleaning. And, you know, you can be tired. A lot of people don't realize how much goes into catering. Like, I give mad respect to people in the food business since I've been doing it, because you have sometimes you got to go to 4, 5, 6 different stores just to get all of the items that you need, just the prepping. So when you do all of that and you like no sleep and you're up at 1 a.m. and then you see this and this result, it makes it all worth it. And it's just so humbling and just beautiful to me.
I appreciated my mom after, you know, growing up. She was always the big mama, cooking everything, every holiday. Now that she's not able to, I took over, and it's like, wow, how did she do this? It's like, and my husband's first Thanksgiving meal, he got a picture of me with all the food that I cooked. I was so proud of me, but I was so tired.
Yes.
Well, I do appreciate you. Everything is so good.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
are you leaving? Okay, I know you got to leave because I know. Michelle, she must really love you. That's all I'm going to say, because she saved you a burger. Let's just hope it's still here when you get here later today, because I might eat it. I'm just going to say. Well, one of the things I wanted to mention before you go, I remember, and I think I mentioned this to you as well, when you did the Curvy and Confident event at the end and you brought me water. And I remember, I don't know if you had it on your water container or what, and that you had brought alkaline water.
Yes.
And I said the fact that you cared enough to bring the best to us meant something to me, and that stood out in my mind. And I told somebody else, I said, did y'all know we were drinking? And she brought alkaline water. They were like, really? Because most people, and I won't say most people, sometimes people try to get away with doing less, but it's obvious that you try to give everything. You give your best. And that's why I've got you booked for just about every event that I'm doing.
Yes, I remember you told me that. I remember you telling me that stood out.
It says a lot about who you are and the level of service and, again, excellence that you bring to what you do. So we thank you for the food and for everything that you've done. So we're going to take a break. Can you stay around to the end of the show?
Sure, yes.
All right, because normally I like to bring the guests back and we all close out the show together.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Dr. Renee Sunday here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network.
Thank you.
back live on the air with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And we have a returning guest, someone that if you don't know her, you go look her up and you will ask yourself, why don't I know her? Welcome back to the show, Dr. Renee Sunday. How are you?
I'm great, Regina. Just super excited to be here with you.
You always have such great energy wherever I see you. I would like to remind everybody how I met you. And I didn't know. It was so funny. When she was here last, she waited until we went off the air to tell me when I really met her. Because I gave the wrong information. I was a keynote speaker at the Red Tie Gala. It's been a couple months back.
Yes.
And she was the MC. And I did not put it together. And she's like, Regina, I actually met you. And I was like, wow. So yes, that's the correct information. That's where we originally met. But since then, I had the opportunity to go to your book signing over at the aquarium. That's what I was saying earlier to Kim before. I said Dr. Sunday does some big events because, you know, we were at the aquarium and I think my son ate just about everything that they brought out there. And he kept saying, he said, this is the best event I've ever been to.
Oh, wow.
Because anytime you feed people and you feed them good, they feel good when they leave your event. And so he had a really, really great time. So thank you. I want to say that here. It was my grandson's birthday, and you actually gave us tickets for me and my family to attend for his birthday. And we thank you. We had such a wonderful, wonderful time. And then y'all gave him gifts and snacks and stuff. So it was an awesome, awesome day.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
So remind our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do. I know it's too much to mention in a couple seconds. I know. Just give them a little bit, Dr. Sunday.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm a servant. That's the main thing. I am Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm known as the platform builder. And so what I do really is help people identify their purpose if they're not aware. And then we build a platform to be seen, be heard, and we got to ching, get paid, right?
Yes.
And we do that through different ways, radio, TV, magazine, writing your own book. And then just getting, like you said, throw people out there. We throw them out there because when you take that first step, everything else will fall into place.
Absolutely. Well, you know, one of the things, I think because you're so well known in this arena of being a platform builder and television and radio and everything, a lot of people don't know that you are an MD. You are an anesthesiologist, correct?
Yes, for 18 years. And it's so funny now because, as you say, in media, and patients come in, I know you from somewhere. So now, especially here in the Atlanta area, they say, I know you from somewhere. And sometimes I have to go on and say, you know, and then they excited. A media personality, a celebrity, as they say, is putting them to sleep. I said, well, I got to wake you up as well.
I like that. Well, you know, since you were here last, you've been working on multiple projects, but there are some things coming up that you're really excited about that you want to talk to our audience about. So tell us what you've got coming up.
Wow, this is just life-changing. You know how people say, Regina, that social media is powerful? It really is. I had the awesome opportunity of speaking in Austin, Texas. But in my route, you know, I had to go through the airport. I had to go through, it was the front part of the shutdown. So the traffic and, you know, gratefully I'm pre-checked, so I was able to go through, but the lines were crazy, right? And so when I got to my hotel, just in conversation, because, you know, me and you, we talked to everybody, right?
Yeah.
The young man at the desk was saying that he had to cancel his trip to D.C. and never been out of Texas.
Wow.
Because none of the places were going to be open during the shutdown. And so it just hurt my heart. You know, we take on that burden of people because we want people to be happy.
Yes.
We want them to fulfill their dreams in life.
Yes.
And so when I actually really got into meditation and, you know, being around them like-minded people, they're going to push you, right? And so I said, wonder why no one has done a benefit concert. I don't know. And so I went in my Rolodex, as you spoke about your phone earlier. It's powerful. We have so many people in there.
Yes.
So I asked people if they knew anyone that worked for TSA. Some people said yes, some people said no. But lo and behold, one amazing young lady said yes. And the gentleman she referred me to is the gentleman that's been all over television talking about the shutdown here in Atlanta.
Yes.
And within 24 hours, little old me from Birmingham, Alabama, was on the telephone with Washington, D.C. in regards of the union, in regards of the federal governor, you know, the federal government employees.
Yes.
And they actually loved our idea. And so we actually been doing some things here in Atlanta behind the scenes, things we take for granted, okay?
Yes.
Food, clothing, and shelter, right? Okay?
Yes.
And so we actually going to do a benefit concert this weekend, February the 9th. And we're going to have Grammy people out, people with the red carpet, you know, with your nice, cute look. But you don't have to do the long dress if you want. But just come out because we celebrating them, and all the proceeds actually go to them. And the amazing thing that happened with this, you know, you've heard of the United Way. But the amazing opportunity we have, little old me again. That's why I said a power of one. They actually, we talked to them and we partnered with them, and they're gonna actually have the awesome opportunity of distributing the money because they already have it set up. That's what collaboration. If someone already have that set up, you get everything together, and they actually can. We're gonna make sure that takes place because, you know, even with the things that happen with, you know, where the shutdown is technically over, but what about all the bills you have?
Yes.
What about all the insurance? What about now you have no place to stay? You know, we're sad to hear that a young man actually, you know, took his life over the weekend in regards of the stress, the pressure. And so we actually want to be that interceder. We want to be that middle person that we take care, because it does take the whole village. So we actually going to do that. We actually have the amazing celebrity herself, Tracy Steele, Atlanta, you know her. She's going to actually, she's our MC, and we have minister appointed. We have Grammy winner Arthur Rowland and Shay Samuel, some locals that's here, but their name just goes global.
Yes.
And we want to just give back. Because I remember growing up in poverty. I remember not having a choice. And it's not a good feeling to not have a choice. So we want to actually be there to help them. So come out. You don't have to be here in Atlanta. The button you can push actually will give the money in a secured site. And you can just give. And all the proceeds, we're not playing. I'm making sure of that all the proceeds go to who needs it and who needs it right now.
Wow. So in terms of the response you've had from some of the workers that are going to be, I guess, affected or going to be able to enjoy some of the proceeds from what has the response been from them about the fact that you've been willing to take this on their behalf?
Wow, it was so amazing. You know, because we talked to everybody, as we said earlier. And the gentleman said, I remember Sunday. That just sounds familiar. And I had the opportunity. I was speaking to him one time because I fly a lot. And they just can't believe it. Most people ask me, what is my affiliation with the TSA? What is my affiliation with the federal government? And actually, I received that in a text. And I had to pause. And my response is, we care.
Yeah.
I care. And so that's why we named it We Care benefit concert. And they just don't believe it because I don't have any direct connection. But yes, I am human.
Yes.
So I do love you. You are my brother. You are my sister. So that's my connection, just being there for others.
Yeah.
Because I would want the same thing for my family or myself if I need it.
Wow. Well, I can't say I'm surprised you would get that question. I think so often because of what we see happening around us, people assume a person has to have an ulterior motive or something else must be going. It can't just be love. Why can't it just be love? And when you do events like this, you remind people that it can just be love, and that if we love people the way God created us to love people, it changes people's lives, and it changes how they see the world. Because the people who ask you those questions, from now, the next time they see somebody do something in love, they'll be less likely to wonder. Because they've seen love in action. Wow. So if someone's watching and they want to support, maybe they want to donate or they want to come out, where can they go to get their tickets?
Yes, we have a website, which is www, of course, We Care Benefit Concert. How easy is that?
That's easy.
We Care
That's really
Benefit Concert.org. Now, we have to do the .org. You guys know nonprofit. We have to do .org. But if you forget that, reneesunday.com will direct you there, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. So what are some of the types of performances they can expect?
Wow, we have everything. We have gospel, we have R&B, we have spoken word, we have comedy, and we actually going to have representatives actually from the TSA going to share their story. We already said we need to have our tissue. And we actually going to have, the great thing as well, we have representatives from the Girl Scouts that's actually going to man the red carpet. So the thing that I love being in media, you do this all the time, is bringing up our young people, our millennials.
Yes.
They did so much of an awesome job at the Shark event. So they actually, we pushing them on into more media.
They were so great at the Shark event. I love those kids. They were awesome.
So they actually going to inspire and motivate and everyone on the red carpet. So we're just so excited. But you're going to get a plethora of things. It's not just gospel, not just R&B, but things that you can, guess what, later on, think about it and it'll transform your life.
Absolutely. In terms of donations, now I know that you're taking monetary donations. Are you guys taking any other types of donations?
Yes, great question. Actually, they have a warehouse, and it's actually on your side of town here, but they'll come wherever you are, or you can bring it to their vendors where all torture items. And what they really, really need, Regina, is actually diapers. We take that for granted.
Okay.
It's diapers, toilet paper, detergent, things. We just go in the pantry
and grab,
get, or shop by the store and get. Those are things that they need. Any non-perishable items, we'll have people there that can take them. And I have to say this: if you want to write off, we actually have forms that you can actually do that with your taxes. Some people want that information, which is fine. But we actually have all of that to be documented. All of it be actually your monetary, all those things if you want to actually take advantage of the tax exemption for that.
Awesome. Something I'm thinking long term, especially with the platform you're on and what you do in terms of transforming people's lives. Down the road, these may be potential clients for you to help with other things, because when you go through a situation where your primary source of income is cut off and it affects your entire house, it causes you to begin to think differently about the streams of income that are coming in. So I can see later on where you offering a workshop or something to these TSA workers, and them coming in and say, okay, Dr. Sunday, show me how to start a business so that I'm never in a position again where somebody can come in and just,
Wow. I received that. Yes. That's the thing. My team, I have ran them wild. I love my team. I love you. Because I have turned into another person. Because you know how we on the grind with our business. But I actually have stayed up nights and nights getting this together. And it feels so good. I don't want to go to sleep. So I think God is really pushing me on into that philanthropy side of me. But the thing is, I do want to just help people. And that's all the things that I do. It goes back to that thing of being servant, showing love, like you said. And then just helping someone, because I would want somebody to help me, because I've been there. I've been stranded on the street. I've been, those things. I grew up in poverty. My self-worth wasn't there. And when God gave me the ability to have that through other people, I want to be that avenue for others. So thank you. I like that suggestion.
I love it because I think about when I lived in South Carolina, my husband was like second in command of a plant there. And I remember when he had to personally lay off 300 people that worked under him. And there were couples that the husband and the wife worked at the plant. And he told me, he says, Regina, they came and he said, I had to tell these people that I'm cutting off the income for your entire household. And so I remember that and thinking the same, that it changes people. And you have to begin to see life differently, that, hey, we can't do this anymore because we can't allow this to happen where somebody can come in and take food out of our baby's mouth. Again, we got to put ourselves in a position where no matter what happens over here, there's some money coming in.
Yes.
And that's one of the things, I look at you because you're a serial entrepreneur and you're all about multiple streams of income.
Yes.
Dr.
And that's
Sunday.
what happened with me. I went from 6 figures to zero in one day. So I'm really, how God said all things work together. I'm really seeing that, because when I went from 6 figures to zero in one day, I had to reinvent myself. And so that's what so many of us have to do when we're in a difficult situation, when we have grief and with the shutdown. They still talking behind the scenes with this, that, and that. I'll be honest, some people still hadn't got paid. So I see how God is lining me up. And the mandate has shifted a little bit in my life, Regina, and listening audience, that people that's in a valley, because I've been in that valley. So what you do, you have all this greatness inside. You have all this joy inside, but you just need that extra help, monetary, ideal strategy to go to the next level. So it's just amazing how my name, really the platform builder, is really coming to fruition.
I see it. I do. I see it so clearly because of the interaction you will have. There will be those that will come back to you. Say, okay, Dr. Renee, we need some help in some other areas, because you've done what is most important. You meet the need first. You meet people's immediate need first. That's a lot what people don't understand. You know, when you see somebody is hungry, you don't say, "Oh, I'll pray for you." I'm gonna feed you and I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna meet your need, because the action of meeting your need shows you love. It shows God in action in a real way. And once you feed me, now I can hear what you got to say. I can't talk to you when my belly's rumbling.
That's right.
I can't talk to you when my kids are hungry, right? I don't want to talk to you about nothing about feeding these babies. Now, when my babies are fed, what can we talk about?
Yes.
So it makes all the difference. So I applaud you and your efforts. I love, love, love everything you do and everything you're about. But I think I asked you this question last time, and I'm going to ask you again, because like you said, things have begun to shift in your life. You know, that legacy, that Dr. Renee Sunday legacy, what does that look like?
Ooh, that just with chills. You know, I have to do a tad of a backstory. My brother passed away about 7 years ago. And I overheard my father, and hey, daddy, mom and dad listening. He said that he thought that the Sunday name had stopped because he was the male. And it hurt me so inside, because I can't, you know, I'm a female. So, and the thing about it is what has happened with Renee Sunday and Renee Sunday Enterprise, all the Sunday brands that we have, that it's actually international. It is global. And he said that the other day. He said, "You just everywhere. You just global." So I really think I have done that, and I'm going to continue to do that so I can help someone else smile. That's the key. If you smile and feel good, you can actually do the next thing.
Absolutely. Well, tell our audience one more time where they can get their tickets, and of course how they can follow you.
Yes, please go to www.benefitconcert.org, and to find me is www.reneesunday.com, and all the social media is there. But thank you. I'm so excited.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring Kimberly back, and then we'll close out the show together.
Okay.
All right, you're live with Regina Sunshine on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine, and both of my guests from today, Miss Kimberly Slaughter and Dr. Renee Sunday, here on the Regina Sunshine Show. And as you know, if you watch the show, I like to end the show giving our guests one more time, one more chance to speak a word of encouragement to those that are listening. And you know, it seems to be a running theme here on my show of either new entrepreneurs or people who are branching out to do something new. So to those that are listening that are wanting to, you know, you've got those that, oh man, I make the best sweet potato pie, but can I really sell this sweet potato pie and make some money? Or, man, I got this great idea for this new invention. But a lot of times fear holds people back from taking those steps. So I want to give you guys an opportunity, maybe just to give them one tip, one suggestion, something they can do to get started on this journey towards being an entrepreneur. And we'll start with you, Kimberly.
I would say the most important thing is just believe in yourself. You can't fail. The only way to fail is if you don't try. So if you try it and it doesn't work out, you put everything into it. Me personally, I'm so glad I got over my fear and I did it because you see where I am. So I would just say, if you have something that you're good at and you know that you make those sweet potato pies good, take that chance, take that risk, because you'll never know. And it's not about the quantity of people, it's the quality, because it could be 50 people that try your stuff, and you know, out of those 50, 49 might be and it's that one, that 50th person will be the most important person that you ever meet that could take you where you need to go.
Oh, yes.
So I would definitely say just try. It doesn't hurt to try. You can't fail if you don't try.
I love that.
Or
Thank you.
unless you don't try.
I love that.
Wow.
Dr. Sunday?
Oh, I love that. And I actually, to piggyback on that, it's the power of one. Because one day through social media, now I'm talking to Washington, D.C., the union of the federal government. And of course, they checked me out. I forgot to say that part. So you have to have your things in place. But the thing about it is, we always talk about fear. It's false evidence appearing real. That's what we say. But think about it. You have to have that faith. And faith is fully assured, guess what, in the heart. So you have to have it in the heart and just bring it out to the surface. And I say, talk to a lot of people. Get a mentor, get a coach. I mean, a lot of people on their sites offer strategy sessions, and just talk to other people like ourselves that's there. And don't be afraid and just step out and you can do it.
Awesome. Well, I thank y'all for that because, I know a lot of people watch the show and they're hearing people doing great things. They're like, oh, I wish I could. And they're thinking they can't. Because for some reason, and we know this, when people see you being elevated, so often they think, well, she's always had it easy. Her life has always been good. Things have always worked out for her. And they don't know there's a story behind everybody's journey to getting here that makes the difference. So yes, if you're out there, just go for it. I'll let you guys tell our audience again how they can follow you, how they can reach you.
You can reach me on Facebook under Kimberly Slaughter and Kim's a la carte. And you can reach me on Instagram under Kim's a la carte. And if you don't mind for a second, I just wanted to go back real quick and thank everybody. I know I was speaking on people who are here with me, physically, but I have a lot of family, who's not here, and they supported me and my sisters. I just truly love all of you and thank all of you, my coworkers, everyone who has supported me in this dream. You all mean so much to me, and I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Y'all see why we love her? Y'all see why we love her? That's sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sunday.
Well, the easy way is my name, Renee Sunday, so www.reneesunday.com. I had to change up on Instagram. It's Dr. Renee Sunday. And, for the concert, it's www.wecarebenefitconcert.org. But I love you guys, but love yourself first because you matter.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, there it is. Thank y'all for tuning in. I leave you with the words I always leave you with. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Same time, same place. Also, watch the rest of our shows today, 5 o'clock. Sunflowers in Motion live line dance shows. 7 o'clock, Team Bride Tribe. And 9 o'clock, The Curve. A big shout out again to our sponsor for this show, Leading Through Living Community and Bold Favor Media Group under the leadership of it must be coming, Lanita Mitchell Blackwell. All right, you guys, thanks again for tuning in. I'll leave you with my personal motto. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning. We're out.